you think something?
Yeah, a little. I mean,
I thought it was a pretzel. I got excited.
Ooh, where'd you get pretzels?
Pretzels.
You a pretzel
the
fan now?
Michael Jordan of snacks.
No, not even close. Did you bring my bell pepper, by the way?
No, you never agreed to eat it like an apple in front of me while I videotaped
I did.
it.
I enthusiastically said I would do that.
I don't think you did.
I did.
I don't believe you did.
Bring it next time. Bring it for season 8.
I'm sure there's one in the fridge.
Go get it.
Red, yellow?
I prefer a red.
Well, I think we're going to be using that for dinner tonight.
God damn it.
Fucking bring if you love them so much, why do you not just carry them around with you everywhere you go?
Why
do I have to bring you a bell pepper if they're your favorite snack?
We had a specific verbal agreement for what the arrangement would be, and it would be, I'll bring you, if I bring you a bell pepper, you got to eat it like an apple in front of me. And I was like, happily. And now suddenly the rules have fucking changed.
That was in person? Is that at Will's party?
Yeah, we were both a little wet.
I was thinking about, I mentioned it in the group chat. I don't think you ever responded to that.
Fuck, I should have.
Which, it needs to be a written agreement.
Of course.
I need to be able to bring up the receipts in case you refuse.
Verbal contract you can't constitute a verbal contract.
Can't. No. There's no way to.
What if I just happily eat it? You're not gonna have to. I'm just gonna happily eat the pepper.
Well, I gotta be prepared for the contingency that you won't, and then you lie about it and say I never agreed to do that.
You think like me, Mason Slate, commit to the bit guy.
I think 90% of the people that have said that they would do a thing on a dare have never done that thing. Worldwide.
Mason committing to the bit Slate, and the bit is just eat a food that you generally enjoy. And you think I wouldn't? You think I wouldn't do that?
Nobody enjoys a fucking raw bell pepper.
No, you have a little ranch.
Unseasoned,
you have
uncooked.
A little ranch with it. Which is what I said.
So you're gonna bite into it like an apple and then dip it in ranch.
Yeah, probably. I ate like 5 slices without ranch right in front of you at that party.
Welcome back to Bell Bother.
Welcome back to Bell Pepper, the only podcast about how cool and good it is to eat a bell pepper.
The only podcast where Mason eats raw vegetables for a bit. Just to say he did.
Just got one of those fucking long ass cucumbers that are wrapped up. I'm just like,
just for the clout, not the internet clout, mind you. Just the clout between maybe 5 or 6 people. Yeah.
Classic.
So welcome back to Big Bother, episode 8.
Episode 8.
Episode 8. This is part 2 of our first ever Big Brother All-Stars season review.
Exactly.
And I said all that in one sentence.
Yeah, you nailed it.
Without a script.
Nailed it on the first try. You woke up 20 minutes ago?
Bernie.
Oh, God.
Bernie.
Oh, God.
Bernie.
Oh, no.
What was I thinking?
This is the nightmare scenario.
What was I thinking?
For those who are wondering why the camera work
shaking
looks a little different.
Why it looks like we're suddenly filming fucking Saving Private Ryan. Because my cat's climbing all over my makeshift tripod. That's just 2 end tables stacked on top of each other.
Mike forgot his tripod with his brother, and we had to make one out of tables, and now the cat's climbing on.
Loading in gear on the road to different places is fucking annoying.
The best part
I left some shit in my brother's car.
It's just like one little object on top of these tables that's just teetering, and I know that's the part you care about, the expensive part. All right, you gonna be cool, Bernie? You gonna be cool?
Bernie has never been cool.
Oh, no.
He's so needy.
So uncool. I feel like a needy cat is the best kind of cat.
No, he's very affectionate, but
oh God,
he will knock shit over. He will shake the camera because he's rubbing his face on that fucking table.
Is he one of the kind of cats that baps stuff off the table with his paw?
Every cat is that.
Oh,
all cats do that.
That's incredible.
He'll if you leave the room for 5 seconds or more or less, he'll fucking drink your glass of water. And then if there's not enough water left in it, he'll start moving it around like he thinks it's gonna find more water.
That's immaculate. I love Bernie. I love him because he's very shaped like a sphere.
He's very round.
He's round and poofy on top of it.
Oh, he's got his winter coat coming in, I think.
It's immaculate. He is one of the cats of all time.
He is a cat of all time.
Yep. All right, Big Brother All Stars.
These are All Stars Part 2.
Part dos.
Part dos.
Tell me
what
you
clarify,
remember.
this is Part 2 of our episode. All Stars aired as one complete season.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. This was all.
Gotcha.
There was just too much to cram in to one. You know, most Big Brother seasons in the early years, the pre-jury part is kind of boring. Not in All Stars.
Yeah, you just got to get rid of a couple of chuds before
Yeah.
you have the actual players.
Yeah, but in All Stars,
it's like tryouts.
All
almost.
these people were like straight up killers.
Well,
So-
yeah, they've all either won or come close to winning at some point.
Exactly. So tell me what you remember. Tell me what.
The one guy. This one's over here too now. Okay, the one guy who. Bernie!
Whoa! Whoa!
Talking about how fucking cool he is. What a great cat. He's a fucking mush-brained, fucking soft-headed fucking dingleberry.
A complete piece.
A fucking absolute piece. Dude, I don't know what it is. Like, he's the only cat I've ever seen who, when he has to jump anywhere, like fucking leaves a wake of terror in his back, in his afterburners. He does that shit all the time. He cannot just jump off the thing without knocking it over.
I feel like.
Or if he's on you and he jumps off, he digs his claws in as deep as he can for like extra torque. And he shreds your fucking lap just so he can get to the top of the couch.
I feel like it
like
is-
a 6-inch fucking jump. Like he wouldn't even have to jump if he just extended his front paws. He could get
He
there.
could just climb. I feel like in his cat brain, right before he did that, he was like, "Eat my dust."
He literally might have been like that. He said, "This fucking party's tapped. I'm fucking out of here."
He got scared of nothing.
He wasn't even scared. He was just fucking. He was trying to jump the 1 foot gap between the little makeshift table I've made and the couch.
Oh my god,
And
that was so funny.
Literally, he could have just extended one paw and got there.
Ugh. Holy fuck, that's so funny. It's really funny. I don't know what to
If this camera stops working, I'm just gonna fucking try to send it back to Sony and be like, it's got to be under warranty. Right? I don't know why it stopped working.
Something happened. I can't tell
I
you.
don't know what it could have been, but it's just malfunctioning for no reason at all.
What are these claw marks all over it? Oh, it came like that.
Yeah, why does it look like somebody smashed it on the ground?
From the top, from the height of 2 end tables. Oh my god. I'm gonna be laughing about that for so long. That was so fucking good. No! Whew, okay, just reel it in.
All right. Welcome back again to Big Bother, episode 8. We are covering, this is the second part of our episode covering the first ever Big Brother All-Star season. Bringing back all your favorites from seasons 1 through 7. 6.
Yeah, it's season 7.
That's right.
There's
It's
no
episode
return.
8.
Yeah.
That's going to fuck up my count for the rest of the fucking
is,
run of this
yeah.
show. You know that, right?
Yeah, maybe you should just make one big episode out of the 2 recording sessions, and then we can just call next episode episode
All-Star.
8.
Call it our own All-Star.
Big
We're bringing back all your
Bother.
favorite guests,
Big
like
Bother
Destructive
All-
Cats.
The bit about the
Destructive Cats.
Spider-Man kiss.
Miller High Life. Coffee.
Cheryl Von Milf.
That's right, she changed it to Cheryl the MILF when she was fleeing the Nazis. All right, so
I'm super like tickled right now.
All Stars is cooking. We've gotten to jury. We've kicked off some of the lame ducks. at this point.
That's true. And even some very, very walking ducks as well.
Yeah, some ducks that were completely capable of walking under their own power.
And just trusted Dr. Will and Mike Boogie for some reason.
Absolutely. I remember one of the big highlights of this season so far was Dr. Will's fuck it speech.
Yeah.
He basically just said, I don't care about winning and I don't care about any of you because I already have $500,000. Yeah.
He specifically
that he almost surely still has all of, by the way.
Well, he is a doctor. Like
True.
A doctor.
He's a, what is he? You said he was a pediatrician or something?
A dermatologist.
Dermatologist.
Board certified dermatologist. He runs a plastic surgery business.
Oh yeah, so he's fucking loaded either way.
And he's been on a lot of reality TV. You know the show that runs at the same time slot as like Dr. Phil called The Doctors. He was like
I can imagine.
He was like
I don't know it. But
he was a consultant on that for a while. He appeared on it a lot.
Consultant. He consulted on a show full of reality TV doctors.
Yes.
Because the doctors themselves, I suppose, need consultants because they're not real doctors.
I don't know. I can't tell. He's a real doctor. He offered to deliver the first Big Brother baby.
Weird.
Yeah.
I think.
He was flirting at the time, so that actually makes it worse. What I just said.
So he was flirting with someone who was already pregnant, or is he saying, "I'm going to get you pregnant and then 9 months later deliver this baby myself"?
On the set of Big Brother.
He's a dermatologist.
Yes.
He doesn't know shit about delivering babies.
Still have to go through medical school.
Well, yeah, but like...
He probably can do it.
Don't you have to specialize in shit like that?
I think so, but he claimed that he could deliver a baby.
Like, I wouldn't go to a dermatologist for fucking heart surgery either.
It doesn't mean that he didn't work in...
I mean, I wouldn't go to either doctor at all because I can't afford it. And if you live in a capitalist hellscape...
That's a rich people service.
But hypothetically speaking...
Yeah, no, but like...
If I lived in a civilized country, I might be able to choose what kind of doctor I want to do the kind of procedure I need.
Specialist.
Yeah. I might get an actual dentist to look at my mouth from time to time. More than once a decade.
He probably worked in a hospital at some point. Okay.
So do janitors.
Accountants. All right.
Yeah, lots of people work at hospitals, man.
Fair. It's all right.
All right, that's the big thing I remember. I remember Mike Boogie was booging around, doing his boogie thing.
Boogieing.
He was booging.
Boogieing all over the place.
He wasn't boogieing. He was booging.
He was just booging all over. So I think I described a slight inaccuracy in the last episode. I don't quite remember, but
Mason's running a retraction over here.
I'll go over it again just so I'm certain I have it right. Right around when the jury phase starts, they have a big competition that they announce to the entire house. And the way it works is in the backyard, they have a bunch of clues for a guess the word, like a word jumble type thing.
Like a Wheel of Fortune style deal.
Yeah. And what you would do is when you think you have the word figured out, you'd run to the diary room, and in the diary room there's a button, and you hit the button, you make your guess. Okay. And what they told the house guest was, the word has to do with Big Brother, and what a lot of the things people say about Big Brother, that kind of thing, a phrase associated with the game, and that it would give you a special power that only you know how to use.
Was the phrase, have you ever seen Spider-Man?
Shut up!
All-Stars, we're bringing them all back. All your favorite bits from the last 6 episodes.
Jesus Christ.
7 episodes.
So who wins the magical word jumble? Other than
Dr. Will,
the man, the myth, the legend,
Howie,
Mike
Boogie,
Michael Boogston Malin solves the word jumble, and he gets the special power. Special power is called the coup d'état. Okay,
right. That's right. I remember you mentioning that.
Yeah. So what they tell him is, for the next 3 weeks, you can on eviction night stand the 2 people up who are on the block in the eviction seats, make them get off, put 2 other people on the block that you choose right then and there, and then everyone has to vote to evict those people, which is absolutely fucking crazy.
You just decide that there's going to be a fucking election.
Yes. Yeah. You're like, listen, I know the head of household worked all week figuring out his plan, who to put up. There was a veto competition.
Yeah. That's all great, but I'm Mike Boogie, and I'm here to say I'm going to
fucking
make you all vote today.
Go on the block today.
Oh.
Mike Boogie's like, holy shit, I'm like way in control of this game.
Boogie. So that's just, he can use that at any time.
He can use that after he wins it. He was able to use it for 3 weeks. So the next 3 evictions that take place.
So he has up to 3 weeks to use it. He can only use it once.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So the 9th, 8th, and 7th place evictions, he can control who's sitting in the seats in all of them. If it ever goes wrong.
Sure.
So
please tell me how it goes wrong. Please.
Well, we'll get there.
Oh boy.
Also, we've got Dr. Will and Janelle flirting heavily with each other.
Heavily.
They hang out in the hot tub all the time.
Watching Spider-Man.
Kissing on each other. I'm gonna throw this hot mocha in your face and scar
Honestly,
you with
I need
burns.
the fucking caffeine boost at this
I
point.
swear to God. And also Mike Boogie and Erica of season 5 fame, Erica Landon, are also getting very hot and heavy. Erica, you can tell, is catching real feelings for Mike Boogie, which is insane.
A phrase I never thought I'd hear uttered by anyone.
It is crazy because she is like a stone cold fox.
And he's fucking Mike Boogie.
Yeah, he's the fucking rapping bar owner.
He looks like every shift manager you've ever had at a corporate chain restaurant.
It's crazy. She's like smart, caring, fucking athletic as hell. She's got long brown hair and piercing eyes. Mike Boogie's got frosted tips. So like, he must be.
And this is 2006 at this point?
Yeah, it's 2006.
2006, and he's still got the tips.
Yeah, got the 2000 era frosted tips.
He's still got the fucking Lance Bass.
I can't explain it. I can't explain it. Don't ask me to try. I can't do it. There's no words. The English language fails me for how he could possibly woo this woman. Okay. They're like, so Dr. Will and Boogie are working together. Each one kind of tells their little showmance, like, hey, don't tell the other guy, but like you and me, like we're going to Final 3.
Oh yeah.
And so
you can trust me.
You can trust me. They also start doing this very interesting tactic, which my fiance Haley and I refer to as chilltowning somebody. And this happens.
That sounds like a felony. I don't know what it sounds.
Well,
like that's something I would
nowadays it is. Anything Mike Boogie does.
I want to get to the root of your trauma.
Might be a felony.
What happened to you? Oh, I was Chilltown in 2009.
Show me on the doll where
Here's
you were
the box
Chilltown.
of fucking tissues. Good Lord. Like, I would think that there should be a support group for anyone who's ever been Chilltowned. And I have no idea, like, what that could possibly... So it just means that Dr. Will and Mike Boogie are going to team up against the person and they get Chilltowned.
Oh, no. Well, I'll explain the process, okay? So,
yeah,
the
please,
first person
don't let me keep guessing.
First person that goes out into jury phase is Marcellus. Marcellus hates Dr. Will and Mike Boogie, won't talk to them.
Sure.
Next week...
That's a valid position. You don't even need a reason.
Yeah, it's very just like a good idea in life. Marcellus has a good head on his shoulders. Next week, Chicken George wins HOH, okay?
Forgot about Chicken George.
Yeah.
Because he's the whole time, meanwall, he's just been doing chores.
Yeah.
Just cleaning, cooking.
Just sweeping.
Literally just sweeping the same patch of floor.
Yeah. He wins
He's starting to strip the fucking tile off the floor.
It's me. I'm Chicken George. I'm just here, guys. Don't worry. Don't put me up on the block. What's that? The veto?
Chicken George, there's exposed wiring coming up out of the ground. What are you doing?
Oh, nothing. That's just the erosion.
Just been sweeping the same spot for 6 weeks.
He wins HOH. He puts up...
It was a sweeping competition.
He puts up... It was a mental competition, crazy enough.
Well, then he must have swept the competition.
Shut up! It goes to make nominations. Goes time to make nominations, and he's like thinking about who to put up. And he and Howie have become very good friends. They've bonded over their mutual love of Star Wars. They talk about Star Wars all the time. Howie likes to call himself Jedi Howie when he's not calling himself Hurricane Howie.
And when he's not calling women ugly to their faces,
Yeah,
like a
saying
piece
they have
of shit.
fat, ugly husbands and disgusting dogs. They bond over love of Star Wars, and everyone is like...
I want to punch Howie in the face. Never even seen him. Don't even know what he looks like.
He's big as fuck. He would beat the shit out of like you and I together at the same time.
How big?
He's fucking huge. He's like...
In like a muscular way?
Yeah.
Like he works out?
Yes. He was like buff as fuck. He's like pushing 50 now, so he may not be in as good a shape. He's just like a normal weather guy nowadays. But Big Brother All-Stars, he was fucking
I'm convinced I can take him again, having not seen this man.
I'll leave that up to you.
I feel like my sheer rage and hatred would get me through. I'd sustain horrible injuries, I'm sure.
His body type reminded me of Ronnie from the Jersey Shore.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe a little taller.
So just complete fucking meatball.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Huge guy. So everyone is nervous, right? Because Chicken George is kind of a wild card. He's not really in deep with anybody.
Yeah, he doesn't have any alliances.
But except Howie. But Howie's like sitting pretty.
Yeah.
Of course, Erica goes to Mike Boogie, and she's like, well, I'm fucking worried. And Janelle goes to Dr. Will, and she's like, well, I'm fucking worried. So they both hatch this scheme, right? Mm-hmm. Mike Boogie goes to Chicken George, and he's like, George, now you know they handed out a special power. And George is like, oh, yeah, I remember that. I didn't get it. And Mike Boogie is like, now, I would suggest you put up Howie to get evicted. Or else things might go very badly for you.
Because I've got that coup d'etat.
He doesn't say it, but and Chicken George is like, okay, man, I get you. And leaves, puts Howie up. Howie is immediately pissed, like, bro, what the hell? I thought we were Star Wars buddies.
Star Wars, a franchise famous for no one ever betraying anyone.
Yeah, lots of bonding. So Dr. Will and Mike Boogie approach Howie as he's on the block, and they're like, listen, man, this whole house is turned against us. Janelle is clearly not working with you anymore. Neither is your buddy James. Why don't you come with us? We've got 2 votes, and we've got a couple other people we can talk to, Janelle and Erica, to keep you in this week, and then you get to be part of Chilltown. And Howie's like, wow, I've got my back against the wall. I could see why with nothing left to lose you would come to me to join your alliance. Let's do it. And they're like, okay, but you got to keep this under wraps. We don't want the rest of the house to know that we're going to flip the vote to keep you and that you're going to be working with us. And Howie's like, you got it. I trust you guys.
He trusted them. Let's see how this ends.
I think you can see where this is going. Come eviction night, it's a unanimous vote to kick Howie's ass out of the house.
Well, why even... Well, so here's my question. Why even go through the whole rigmarole of, like, convincing him that they're on his side if they're just going to vote him out anyway? What purpose does he have to bring them over to their side for, like, all of half a day before they vote him out?
So that he would not campaign to get any votes.
So that he wouldn't even try to convince him.
Exactly. So what they do is they're like, hey, me, Erica, Mike Boogie, and Janelle represent the majority of the votes.
Yeah.
So you're safe. All you have to do is sit back and let your opponent who's on the block self-destruct because they're stressed. Meanwhile, there's never any plan to keep them in. They just don't want them going to the other house guests and being like, yo, will you vote to keep me?
Howie, I know that you're obnoxious and fucking mean to women and a huge hulking fucking bodybuilder, but did you have to be fucking stupid too? You really had to hit for the cycle on that fucking big dumb fucking asshole stereotype fucking bingo card.
They even have jokes about that while he's in the house, like, because he's like a huge. Howie is like a huge Big Brother fan and loves Dr. Will because he's like a huge fan of season 2.
Yeah.
And Dr. Will will be like, ooh, big boy follow Dr. Will around. Big boy love burger. And Howie will be like, oh yeah, big boy love Dr. Will.
I'm participating.
Yeah.
I'm participating.
Ooh.
Yeah. Howie.
Oh, they
You burnt.
Send his ass out the door.
You burnt.
This is the baffling part, okay? He hops up. Everyone lines up at the door to see him out. And they're like, bye, Howie. Goodbye. And he goes up. He's clearly pissed, like visibly. He knocks Mike Boogie's hat off his head. And he goes, fuck you, Mike Boogie. You said you were going to vote to keep me here, you piece of shit. And Mike Boogie's like, whoa, wow, this is real fucking classy. Or whatever. And he's like, he gets mad at him. And Howie like storms out. Everyone fucking hears this because he's like screaming.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Mike Boogie. You said you were voting to keep me. Okay, next week. Next week.
I can always get behind somebody telling Mike Boogie to fuck off.
James is up on the block because Janelle is one HOH, I think. Push James up on the block. So Mike Boogie and Dr. Will. Oh, James, buddy. We want you.
You can trust them, James. Don't worry about it.
We want you to be part of Chilltown. Now, we have got the majority of the votes between me, Mike Boogie, and Erica. And all we need you to do is sit back.
This is a sound plan.
Relax. And don't do any campaigning.
So
just let your opponent self-destruct.
So there's some serial Chilltowning happening on this season of
insane!
Big Brother.
It goes on week after fucking week.
Oh my god.
It's crazy. Every week they're like, all right, James, you're going to be part of Chilltown. We're going to work together. We love how you win all the competitions.
Not this one.
Yeah. So, and even though you're on the block, all you have to do is sit back and let your opponent self-destruct because we got you. And James is like, all right, I'm part of Chilltown.
Oh, man.
Let's do it.
Let's
run it down
chill.
the final 3 in unanimous vote to kick his ass out. And he stands up and he's like, what the hell, Mike Boogie? You said
it's always Mike Boogie. It's never anyone. It's never Dr. Will.
Mike Boogie usually does the talking.
Oh my god.
And he's like, God damn it, you said I was in Chilltown and you were going to keep me, and storms out of the house.
If you can't trust a guy named fucking Mike Boogie,
who can you trust?
Who can you trust?
Next week, Danielle's up on the block, and you will never guess what they do.
Chicken Dave says, hey, come sweep with me in the kitchen. Me and all the other kitchen
me and all the other members of Chilltown.
Me and all the other fucking Cinderellas of the house that just cook and clean for everyone and don't bother anyone.
Oh, fucking next week they
boom, she's Chilltown as well?
Yeah.
And it works? She agrees, and then they vote her out again?
She's got nobody.
She puts up no fight?
She's got nobody. She puts up fight. She tries to win the veto, but she has nobody. Chicken George is like...
But like when Mike Boogie approaches her and gives her the Chilltown speech, she doesn't immediately tell him to fuck himself?
She is like... Okay, so for Danielle, she's a little smarter, right? So they come to her after the veto, once she can't really do anything anymore.
Sure.
And then they're just like, okay, Danielle, we really need you on our side because we're not going to be able to beat Janelle and Erica at the end. They've got everything. They got the brains. They got the competition strength. We need you, Danielle. All you have to do is not campaign against Chicken George.
We need you to take a dive for Chicken George.
Chicken George is going out of the house because we want people here who are worthy of going to the
it's
end.
very important that I never have to do the dishes ever in my tenure here. I would appreciate it if you wouldn't campaign against Chicken George.
No,
it's very important that I continue to get perfectly cooked over medium eggs every morning. And Chicken George he's able to provide that for me.
I mean, he tells me it's 8 minutes, but like I can't work the yolk. They're like, hey, listen, you're gonna beat Chicken George this week, and we're gonna bring you into Chilltown so that we can finally beat Janelle in the end. And Danielle,
in order for you to beat Chicken George, we need you to not campaign against Chicken George.
Yeah,
it's the most fucking ass backwards thing I've ever heard in my life.
Fucking.
I thought you said she was smart.
She is. She's distrustful of it to begin with, but at this point.
At first,
yeah.
At first she's.
But eventually, like she's got nowhere to go, and they keep running this scheme over and over and over. And near the beginning of jury phase, they're like, all the people they go to are like, "Oh, I got it. I'm in Chilltown." And now we're getting towards the end of jury phase, and Danielle is like, "Well, they're probably lying, but Janelle doesn't like me. Mm-hmm. Erica's not going to work with me, and Chicken George is a fucking idiot. So what else can I do?" So she's like,
you fucking beat Chicken George.
You would think, but she believes them because she's got nothing else to do, and they fucking vote her ass out. And as
the only thing necessary for the triumph of Chilltown
is
for good people to do nothing.
Jesus,
you cannot allow. I know this is fucking 18-year-old television, but come on.
So just like that, 3 evictions have passed. Mike Boogie never had to use the coup d'etat because neither him nor Dr. Will went up any time, and every single time the vote went his way. The veto never got used, and the coup d'etat expired without him having to do anything.
Oh my god.
He was firmly in control, as well as Dr. Will the entire time.
Unbelievable.
Next week, Mike Boogie wins HOH. He's running out of people. Okay. He puts up Janelle. That's easy because that's Dr. Will's showman. It's not his. He puts up Chicken George. And they go to Chicken George. And they're like, Chicken George?
You're in Chilltown.
Haven't you always wanted to be in Chilltown? And George is like, yeah, I love Chilltown.
If you didn't want to get Chilltown, maybe you shouldn't have been dressed like a chicken farmer.
Yeah, they run this same plot week after week.
Tell me they get Chicken George too.
Wait, they get Chicken George too.
Fucking
Chicken George eliminated at 5th. At
Chicken.
5th. He was the one I was rooting for. I wanted him so bad.
Come on, Chicken.
If he had made it to the end, he would have won. It would have been so sick.
Chicken fucking George just gonna let himself get Chilltowned.
It hurts. It hurts.
I feel like the obvious thing to do is to go to Janelle and who's with the
Erica.
Janelle and Erica, and be like, Chilltown's fucking scheming. Do you want them to keep being able to do this? Let's vote one of them out.
You would think.
That's like the only. That's the only move.
That's the only move.
You have nowhere to go.
It is the only move.
But Chicken George is just like, yeah, Chilltown.
Yeah, Chilltown. Yay.
Okay. Oh, Chicken. I don't know. I don't know why I thought better of you. But
so now we're down to 4. Mike Boogie, Dr. Will, Janelle, and Erica. And Janelle and Erica, for some fucking reason, are pointed at each other. They're like, ooh, I want this bitch out.
They just snapped.
They both think like, oh, I'm the Chilltown 3rd. So if I can just get the other one out, I go to finals.
Against Chilltown.
And I can compete against Chilltown. Dr. Will's never won a competition in his life because he throws them all.
True.
So they don't think he's good at them. And Mike Boogie doesn't have as good a winning record as Erica or Janelle individually. Mike Boogie is very good and wins a lot of competitions. He's not in the same league as Erica or Janelle as far as competitions go. Both of them thinking that they're the Chilltown 3rd works out incredibly for them. Okay?
For them or for Chilltown?
Well, we'll get there. Mike Boogie wins HOH in Final 4. And he's elated. He's like, okay, I need to do this very precisely because in Final 4, the veto disproportionately matters. Because if you're not the HOH and you win the veto, that means you cast the sole vote at Final 4, right? Because there's 2 people on the block who can't vote, HOH can't vote. If the HOH wins the veto as well, the HOH chooses who makes the single vote, and Mike Boogie would very much like Dr. Will to be off the block and casting that vote. All 3 of the people, so he puts up Janelle and Erica, and he goes to Erica and he says, this is a plot to get Janelle out. What can he say? It doesn't really matter because the veto is the only thing that matters at Final 4.
Right.
So Mike Boogie and Dr. Will go to Janelle, and Dr. Will is like, okay, we are Chilltown. We are ninjas. We are silent. We do not speak about this. But this week, Erica goes out. That is the plan. And they all put their hands in and they go, Chilltown. And then Mike Boogie and Dr. Will go to Erica, and Dr. Will's like, we are Chilltown. Oh my God. Are ninjas. We are silent.
They really just do the same thing.
They do the same thing.
Oh my God.
I have some great news. Erica and Janelle talk to each other.
Finally.
They fucking talk to each other. They're up early one morning. Mike Boogie and Dr. Will are still sleeping. It's very early, and they're just like sitting in the backyard. And Erica looks over and
they're
she's
just
like,
sitting in the backyard and they're just like, man, we're the greatest people to ever play this game. We've formulated a soundproof, airtight, bulletproof strategy.
Incredible. Erica looks over at Janelle and she's like, hey, just to cover my bases, did they happen to tell you that you're a part of Chilltown and that they're going to act like ninjas and take me out of the game? And Janelle's like, okay, that's kind of weird that you said that. Yes. You said the exact thing that Dr. Will said that wasn't going to spread around anywhere. Mm-hmm. And then they both are like, oh, well, we're going to get taken for a ride here if we don't do something about that.
Get Dr. Will's ass out of there. He already won once, and he's a plastic surgeon.
Luckily,
need $500,000.
Janelle, being an absolute monster, wins the veto, takes herself off, casts the single vote to evict Dr. Will.
Fuck off, Dr. Will.
First time he has been evicted in Big Brother.
Weren't they? I thought they were together. They were having a showmance?
Yeah, but...
so she said, fuck it. You're going to fuck me, I'll fuck you.
You know what's bad for the showmance? When you...
Betray
when you go to the woman that you hate in the house and you're like, you're part of Chilltown. Don't tell Janelle.
Yeah.
They vote his ass out. Meaning,
it's like in Star Wars. You know what, with the betrayals.
The betrayals! God! They Chilltown 5 people in a row.
Yeah.
5 people in a row. They did that exact same thing too, and it worked every time.
That's unfathomable to me that actually.
That strategy worked 5 straight times, and these were the best Big Brother players of the era.
That's
These
disgusting.
were elite players. This was Danielle fucking Reyes.
This podcast needs to get huge so that we can be on the next season of Big Brother.
I'm telling you,
if fucking Mike Boogie even looks at me the wrong way, I swear to God,
punch the shit.
As soon as I figure out which one he is.
He's the 55-year-old who's rapping.
He's a 55-year-old with frosted tips and a fucking sideways starter cap. Fucking, it's a flat brim hat, but it's not any sports team. It's just got the Flash logo on it. It's an all-white Superman hat that he turns backwards.
It's an all-white Superman hat that he took a Sharpie to make it black. Holy fuck. I've said it once. I've said it 1,000 times. If I ever get picked for Big Brother, I'm giving my spot to Haley. Like, Haley, you do this. I'm too much of a huge piece of shit for anyone to like me. It's the only way that 500,000 is ever coming home to me.
He's gonna say I'm starting my own inner circle. It's called Cumtown.
It's called the Cum Brigade.
Oh yeah.
Everyone's gonna be like, "Yo,
it's called the fucking Cumsicles."
All the other contestants are gonna talk together one night, like, "Hey, did Mason tell you he wanted you to be part of an alliance called the Cum Zone?"
No, he called it Cumzilla when I was. I don't know. I think he keeps changing the name.
I can't. Yeah. Why would he keep the cum part? Why would he not change the cum part? They would vote me out immediately.
Oh, all right. So, Dr. Will, you burnt. You fucking hoisted by your own petard.
Out at fourth, because the 2 victims actually fucking spoke to one another.
Who'd have thought?
That's crazy that the strategy could be beaten by
listening and then communicating.
Yeah, base level communication skills. Who'd have thought? Chilltown's
fucking Howie. Howie's idea of basic communication skills is spitting in a woman's face.
Yeah, saying a slur. Fuck you, busto.
And then getting mad when that woman doesn't want to have sex with him.
Oh, you got great boobies.
He fucking spits on his face. That's just what I think of this Howie character.
You're not wrong. You're not far off.
I feel like I'm pretty close.
You're pretty close.
If I had any artistic ability, I feel like I could draw a sketch of him. And you'd be like,
it would be like a police composite. It would
him.
just be correct.
It would be one of those fucking guys that Bugs Bunny played baseball against. When they're like...
They've all got the fucking chin.
He's swinging like an entire tree trunk at a fucking baseball.
Oh my God. I'm going to cry. Oh, that's really
Howie.
good.
Yeah.
Fuck. We're down to final 3. Janelle Pierzina, Erica Landon, and then of course Mike fucking Boogie.
Mike fucking Boogie.
Can you tell one of these is not in the same league as the other
he knows,
two?
and he hasn't had the coup d'etat ability in
like
it doesn't
3 weeks.
exist. Yeah.
Yeah, in like 3 weeks. He had it and then didn't have to use it.
Insane.
Now, one of these two, not even in the same league as the other two, okay? If Mike Boogie, Erica Landon, and Janelle Pierzina ran competitions 100 times, I think Mike Boogie would win about 10.
So he's clearly an underdog when it comes to competitions.
Yeah.
His greatest skill is
right
being
before,
a schmoozey piece of shit.
Right before Final 3, they held a competition that was like, you are like attached by a rappel, and you have to move around this big metal structure and turn on lights in a specific order, and the winner wins like a brand new car. And Janelle beat the fucking brakes off of both of them, like by like multiple minutes.
All right. So Final 3 competition coming up.
They've Julie comes on during the first Final 3 episode, and she's like, "We've got our biggest and baddest and hardest competition for the final HOH that we've ever had before," and she shows this like
essay contest.
SAT reading competition
in 1,000 words or less.
Howie scores a 0.
They just show this "fuck you" over and over again on his thing, but he spells "fuck" wrong.
FUKK. They show this like little clip of this big, gigantic fucking paper mache volcano that's like 2 stories tall.
Yeah.
And got all these like grips on it and like a place where you put your feet. And she's like, this is what the house guests will be tackling for the final HOH. And so what happens is they climb up this big volcano, and there's this tiny little narrow place where you put your feet, and there's a keyhole, and you put your key in the keyhole, and you hold on to the key, and your arms go above your head, right? Just like every final HOH competition up to this point, it's an endurance competition. You hold on to the key. However, it's hooked up to a base that like shakes, so the whole fucking volcano that's gigantic like shakes and rattles, right? Mm-hmm. And this like goopy like Nickelodeon slime like lava falls out of the top, makes you wet, harder to hold on to the key. Okay, and they've got like all these cushions around because you're way off the ground.
I always forget about the ridiculousness of like this side of Big Brother where it's so stupid.
Yeah, they made like a fucking miniature aggro crag.
I know, because every time we do these episodes and we're talking about all the social politics and all the games that are going, like the mind games that are going on, I always forget that at the end of this it's going to turn into a fucking global guts episode.
Yeah, man. You got to do the aggro crag.
We're going to go to fucking Mo for the scores.
You get a piece of the aggro crag instead
Mike
of half a million.
Boogie is hanging from a key. He's covered in orange goop. Back to you, Mike O'Malley.
How do you fucking remember these names? Oh, my God.
Oh, I can't remember any type of math I learned in school. I've learned and forgotten how to use Excel 5 times now.
But for God's sake, you can tell the difference between Mike O'Malley and Kirk Fogg.
Kirk Fogg.
He hosted Legends of the Hidden Temple.
He was never very much in the foreground of that show.
It was all Olmec, but
yeah.
I mean, he did the timing, he officiated. Anyway, okay.
He was the least memorable thing about that. I feel like Mike O'Malley and Mo were very pivotal parts of Global Guts.
I love Kirk Fogg.
Well, fucking marry him then, all right? It's legal now.
I think he's legal. Kirk Fogg is just deeply homophobic.
I bet he is. I mean, he was a TV personality from the fucking 90s.
The orange iguanas take the lead, those stupid little fruitcakes.
God damn it. Kirk Fogg to say, oh, the purple parrots are in the lead, but they are also God's abominations.
Here we have on the Silver Snakes.
Yay, the kids cheer. Yeah.
Silver Snakes, we have brother and sister. And the Red Toucans, what are you like friends or girlfriends? Oh.
Olmec, you better deal with these two.
You're one of them.
I bet you would worship the pagan god such as Olmec, wouldn't you? You unclean, non-Christian. I want to make it very clear that we're speaking in a hypothetical version of Kirk Fogg. That
Kirk Fogg and Kent Blackwelder from season 2 are best friends.
We have, other than the fact that he was a TV personality in the 90s, I have no other evidence to suggest that he's homophobic or racist. But again, he was a TV personality from the 90s. So
this is Kirk Fogg saying they used to call them sickos, weirdos, and freaks, but now it's alternative lifestyles.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Okay, so the aggro crag, right?
Yeah, so Mike Boogie's dangling from a key covered in orange fucking goop.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
They trot the house guests out. They have them stick their key in. They climb up. They get to holding on it, and it starts to do like little baby shakes. So they like understand what's going on here. And Julie's like, "All right, house guests, I'll catch you in the morning." And Mike Boogie goes, "Hey, Julie, before you go." And she's like, "What is it, Mike?" And he's like, "You remember who Richard Hatch is?" And Julie's like, "Yeah." And so Richard Hatch, Survivor player, right?
Yeah.
Mike Boogie goes, "Janelle and Erica, they're actually both taking me to the finals," and just hops off the volcano 7 seconds in.
Because he knew that they didn't want to play against each other.
He didn't want to play. And Janelle goes, "What the fuck? Did he just hop off and takes one hand off the key?" And the officiants immediately call it 62 seconds in.
You can't even. You have to keep both hands.
Both hands on the key.
Did Richard Hatch do something similar?
Richard Hatch threw the Final 3 competition to make sure both of his opponents would take him because he thought. So like, the idea was if your two opponents go against each other, it would be like a 50-50 shot that they'd win. But if they took you, it would be like a 60-40 chance that they'd win.
Because you're a loser.
So they're always going to take you over their opponent because it helps their chances.
But the final is a vote. It doesn't really matter.
It is. Well, I mean, yeah, like what the vote would be, right?
Yeah. So Mike Boogie.
So the perception among Janelle and Erica was that if they both went to the finals together, it would be a close 4-3. But if one of them sat next to Mike Boogie in the finals, they could swing like a 5-2 or even a 6-1.
Because they think nobody likes Mike Boogie.
They think no one likes Mike Boogie. Yeah. So Mike Boogie...
And second place still pays out, right?
Yeah, $50,000, a tenth. Like a big step down, but...
Yeah, better than third, which is nothing, right?
Yeah, exactly. Mike Boogie
Boogie said, I'll take the fucking easy money.
Yeah, Mike Boogie said, hey, Julie, they're both taking me to the finals. Just hops off. He said,
I'm Mike Boogie, and I'm here to say, have you heard of Richard Hatch today?
He, like, jumps off and, like, spreads out and, like, lands really loudly into the cushions, and he's like, yeah! And Erica, like, you can hear her screaming, like, Janelle, I told you he was going to fucking do that. And Janelle, like, leans off just to see if he actually jumped off or not and takes a hand off. And Julie's like, all right, that's it. That's it. Erica wins.
Hey, you...
They put together this whole big fucking aggro crag thing, and the whole competition lasted a minute and change because Mike Boogie.
Honestly, that's what you get.
That's what you get.
You could have accomplished the same thing with a fucking jungle gym and a hose.
Just have one guy.
Everybody get on the monkey bars, and then someone's just gonna throw buckets of water at them. Same fucking shit. Dude,
the rest is set dressing.
We should rent a fucking 5-bedroom house somewhere and do our own Big Brother.
I'm telling you, I've always wanted
but we should do it that just absolutely low budget.
Low budget Big Brother.
Yeah. The biggest chunk of our budget is gonna be 1,000 copies of Jagged Little Pill that we can hurl into an above ground pool from different parts of the yard. The biggest part of our budget is going to be the lawsuits I get from name-dropping Spider-Man so many times.
Holy fuck.
Oh.
I put together this whole thing. Mike Boogie just caused it to be a complete fucking disaster.
Honestly, this is like the first thing Mike Boogie's done that I actually like.
It's really fucking funny.
Because fuck that aggro crag. Fuck that fucking 8th grade science project volcano bullshit. Oh.
He's like, they're both taking me. See ya. Just hops off.
All right. And do they? Because I think spite is a big fucking factor.
So here's the thing. Last time Mike Boogie played, in Final 3, all you had to do was the endurance competition. Mm-hmm. The game's changed. Now Final 3 is a 3-part competition where in the first 2 parts, the winner goes to the third, who the winner of that would eventually become the final HOH. Mm-hmm. So Erica secured the first spot in the final competition. The next thing is usually a puzzle. And Mike Boogie actually pulls off the win in that. So Janelle, for I think the first time ever, loses 2 competitions straight.
Wow. Putting
Erica and Mike Boogie in the seats for the final HOH competition. Final HOH competition, for as long as I can remember, and for a very long time into the future after this, goes like this. They'll play clips of the jury members, and the clip will be something like, Marcellus will say my worst experience in the Big Brother house was, and they'll cut it, and they'll give his answer and a fake answer, and you have to choose which the real answer was. Mm-hmm. So it's a test of how well you know the jury.
I mean, all the answers are going to be getting Chilltowned.
Yeah. So, trusting Mike Boogie's shithead
I needed years of therapy after I got Chilltowned by Mike Boogie.
Mike Boogie Chilltowned me at an undisclosed location near Guantanamo Bay. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
So anyway, I found myself outside of Abu Ghraib getting chilled out by some random jarhead. And they play these, and Mike Boogie actually, against all odds, becomes the final HOH.
Well, what was the third competition?
It was what I just said. It was
the first one was the volcano. Then there was a puzzle.
Yeah, and the third one was they play clips.
Oh,
you have to choose the right answer.
Right. I don't know why I thought that was after the competitions.
Oh, no.
Okay, so,
They play clips, and whoever gets the most correct of the jury members...
Yeah, so naturally Mike Boogie wins because he knows that the worst experience all these people have is
interacting with him.
He's just like, yeah, I'm going to go with me on this one.
Yeah.
Me.
Me.
There's only 2 choices. That wasn't one of them. It is.
Yeah. Mike Boogie actually, against all odds, beats these 2 absolute competition monsters to become final HOH. And an absolutely heartbreaking finale. Hands Janelle her second third place. And I gotta tell you, even to this day, it hurts to think about. Janelle got third place 2 times in a row. Missed the final HOH competition twice and got eliminated because of it twice. Mike Boogie was like...
Chokes in the big game.
Chokes in the big game.
Chokes in the big game. She's like Tony Romo.
Exactly. Just the Tony Romo of... woof.
The Tony Romo of Big Brother.
I would compare her more to Cam Newton, but we'll get to that later. In season 14.
Tony Romo had more good seasons than Cam Newton did.
Correct. So Janelle reappears in later seasons.
So you're telling me that she's about to tank?
Yes.
For life.
Oh,
okay.
Badly.
Gotcha.
You can't have if you have a reputation coming into the Big Brother house, generally things do not go well for you.
Yeah. Unless you're Chicken Dave.
Chicken George,
Chicken George.
Completely different. So he takes Erica, correctly identifying that if you have a showmance with someone and then evict them, people are going to think you're a fucking scumbag. Yeah. And people already think he's a scumbag, so he doesn't need more of that.
Yeah, so he doesn't need to fucking cheat his girlfriend out of fucking $50,000.
Erica and Mike Boogie head into finals into the jury.
Is this the first ever couples final?
It is.
Wow.
The first time both halves of a showmance have made it to the finals.
Wow.
Because
I can't believe anyone agreed to fucking be with Mike Boogie for 13 weeks.
It's insane. Erica, I can't even. She's like a 10 out of 10, and Mike Boogie is a fucking clown man.
Maybe it was a long game. Maybe she was just like, "This is how I'm going to make the finals."
It could have been.
By fucking.
It could. Well, she was like
jocking on Mike Boogie.
She was like taking baths with him and hanging out with him in the hot tub and stuff. Just like a lot of very intimate moments, I think.
Oh. Maybe Mike Boogie's got a fucking huge hog.
Just a horse cock under there.
Maybe he's got a whole hog.
I don't know. He could have just the biggest hog anyone's ever had.
Just a wholesale fucking ham
hog. Like a baby's arm holding an apple.
Or in your case, a fucking bell pepper. You fucking piece of shit.
A baby's arm holding a pretzel.
All right. Finals.
Takes
Mike
you to
Boogie,
finals.
Erica.
Mike Boogie and Erica.
So let's bring this home.
It comes down to this. The entire jury is very interested in grilling Mike Boogie. A lot of questions are like, "Hey, Mike Boogie, what the fuck?" And a lot of the questions to Erica are like, "Hey, you won a lot of competitions. Where the hell was your social game?" Seems like you kind of just stuck to Mike Boogie. Erica has a lot of good responses. But every time the question goes to Mike Boogie, for instance, Danielle says, "Hey, Mike Boogie, you said that this season you were going to be my Jason, and Jason would not have done what you did to me. So, like, what the fuck's up?" Mike Boogie masterfully turns the question around and says, "Hey, Danielle, when I go back and watch the season, am I going to see you trying to get a Jason with 5 other guys in the house?" And you can see she, like, smiles, and she kind of gets a little coy, and she's like, "All right, you got me." Every time someone comes to Mike Boogie...
That's the thing. I guess Mike Boogie just realizes, like, yeah, I'm fucking everybody over because they should be fucking me over, too.
Yeah.
If they're not, they're playing wrong.
Exactly.
Like...
Everyone, every probe, every finger to point at Mike Boogie, he's got 4 to point back, Yeah. They're like, "Why did you protect Dr. Will so hard? He wasn't winning any competition." And Mike Boogie would say, like, "Well, he was the only winner. Of course he's going to be a target, and I wanted to go to the end with him." They go to Erica, and they're like, "Why did you stick so closely to Mike Boogie when you knew he was screwing all of us?" And, Erica could say, like, "Well, he was never screwing me, so he was my ticket to the end."
Well, yeah, I feel like a lot of these questions are useless because the answer is, I'm standing here, aren't I? Like,
yeah.
Like, why are you acting like all these choices were the wrong choice when I'm the one standing here?
A lot of the times the questions are like, what was your biggest move? Why do you deserve to win over the other person?
Okay, those are
like pretty
better.
common ones, right? Like, iterate to me like.
But like if you just
what
said like,
about your game made you deserving of
but
the
if you
win?
said like, why did you do this? It's like fucking to beat you.
Well, like, you know, there's such a thing as bitter juries.
Yeah,
You know, there are
I'm
people
sure.
who are hurt and want an explanation. And if
They
you
said
can give them-
I didn't sign up for Big Brother to get betrayed.
Yeah, I know, right? What the hell? You lied to me? No one's ever done that.
I signed up to have Howie split in my face and maybe fucking give Mike Boogie a hand
me a
job, and that's about it.
Howie called me a bitch. They're like taking notes. They're like, lying? Novel strategy.
I came here for free medical advice from Dr. Will about that mole on my back.
I had Dr. Will look at the lump on my balls. And he said I need to seek further treatment.
All right.
I want you to take a guess what the final vote was and for who.
How many votes are there?
7.
5-2, Mike Boogie.
6-1, Mike Boogie.
Fuck off.
The only
Fuck. I hate it when it came out, when 5-2 came out of my mouth.
It hurt, didn't it?
I did because I didn't want Mike Boogie to win, but
don't
like
want it.
I fucking knew he was.
Listen, the only person he could not sway on the jury was Marcellus.
Marcellus.
Because Marcellus fucking hated him.
Who else? Oh, no, he was only the one, right? 6
The
to 1.
only
yeah.
one. Every other
Fuck,
person,
dude.
every other person agreed. Mike Boogie played the most impressive game of Big Brother ever.
I don't doubt it.
Ever.
I don't doubt it. I think I
He-
just hate Big Brother.
Remember back in season 2, and I was like, Mike Boogie forever changed the way we talk about, think about, and play Big Brother. This is why. This season is the one people point to, and they say this man played probably the best game of Big Brother ever, or at least in the top 3.
I feel like, yeah, he made the right fucking sacrifices of as far as people and shit like that.
Yeah,
That's bizarre.
it's crazy, isn't it?
That man just won $500,000 13 years ago.
Yeah.
13 years ago.
He made the best choices at the best times. He aligned with the correct people. He became between season 2, he didn't really take the game very seriously, and between 2 and 7, he like became a complete fucking acolyte of all things Big Brother.
He started watching fucking game tape.
Yeah, they come back to him in like later years for like little guest appearances, and they'll be like, "Who do you think's gonna win?" And like usually he's right,
Yeah.
or he picks someone who goes really far.
Yeah.
And he has like incredibly insightful strategy about what they need to be doing. It's insane. It is insane how good he is.
Mike motherfucking Boogie.
Mike Boogie,
Mike Boogie.
the champion of Big Brother All-Stars. The Big Brother All-Star of all time.
And you know what? He's never seen Spider-Man.
Shut up! Shut up with Spider-Man. God.
Well, that's it for All-Stars. Mike Boogie is your Big Brother All-Stars champion.
That's true.
And he, I assume, will be back on later seasons.
He comes back for season 14.
Season 14.
Which
So
will
you have that to
be-
look forward to.
14 will be his last time playing so far, probably forever.
Janelle comes back a lot. Apparently,
She
quality dips.
She plays 2 times more.
And her game just goes downhill.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of that is because people know her as she still wins a shitload of competitions all the time, and like, you know, once we get into the later seasons and people are like, oh, this is Janelle wins 50% of the time, Pierzina, who got 3rd place twice, like, you can't shake that target.
Yeah.
That's a lot of what drags her down in later seasons. But let me tell you, she is not getting 3rd place ever again.
Yeah, I bet.
Not even close.
Well, all right. That's it for part 2, Big Brother All-Stars Season 7, part 2.
I hate this.
Cumville.
Yeah, come down.
Come down. Anyway, that's it. Tune in next week. Like this, subscribe to it, fucking comment on it.
Hit the bell
If you
for
want
notifications.
to watch us do other shit, fucking give suggestions. Watch our other content on the Wizard House YouTube channel. It's all over the place.
Visit my OnlyFans, best_feet_online
As always, direct your hateful comments towards Subway Canada
at Subway
Twitter.
Canada.
And
Donate to the Casey Anthony Innocence
if
Project.
you want to see silly TikToks, go to at Real
Real
Joel
Joel
Osteen
Osteen.
on TikTok. Mostly alcohol related stuff. It's gonna be
Next week we get to talk about Evil Dick.
Evil Dick. As I literally couldn't even. I don't even have a fucking. Trying to yes and that and just fucking literally. What do you say? Evil Dick.
What do you say? His name's Evil Dick.
Fucking Chicken George and Evil Dick
and Mike Boogie.
Mike Boogie and Howie the fucking man-child.
Hurricane Howie.
Fucking.
Incredible, huh?
It was actually Hurricane Von Howie, and then they had to change it while they were fleeing the Nazis. That's it. We're done. Go home.
Okay.
Fuck off.